Chairperson of the Umhlanga Tourism Authority, Duncan Heafield, says there have been many cancellations on bookings and hotels are virtually empty. Now, traffic volumes at the tolls are reportedly at an unusual 60% level. We speak to Umhlanga Tourism Authority Chairperson Duncan Heafield on this situation. He joins us now on Zoom. Duncan, thank you so much for your time. So let's talk about this decrease. Could this be due to the coronavirus pandemic?
I think it's more related to the infrastructural damages that KZN currently experiencing after the floods that we had in April this year, which has caused obviously a residual issue of our waters being affected by E. coli levels and people utilizing other alternative destinations over this period to go on vacation and on their emigration.
Right, and speaking about that issue there with the beaches, how far are the cleaning efforts there, for people who are watching right now and maybe planning, maybe perhaps on the tail end of the year to go there?
Well, if we consider we have 27 beaches in KZN at the moment, and we've been able to open in the last couple of weeks, we've been able to open 16 of them. So we've got still 10 of the beaches that are closed during the period. But the municipalities from the south coast to the north coast are working through timelessly during this period to be able to open them up for the residual visitors that will be coming to our shores in the next couple of days from Gauteng and other regions.
So now I'm looking at the ripple effects of all of this, Duncan. Do you think this is likely to also affect, some business for 2023?
I think that we on the heels of the COVID pandemic from 2020, we've had the beaches and the coastline of KZN closed for about 260 days of this calendar year. So the long-term effects on the economy are not in recovery stage from the 2020 situation. Going into 2023, I think that we need to look down and be rebooting the economy. And I think with the infrastructure of returning our natural heritage sites and our natural beaches back to the conditions they were will increase the economic factor for the people that rely on them.
Duncan, so as a tourism authority, talk to us about, some of the draw cards that you have used to try and lure people to come back and, enjoy their holidays there.
Well, KZN is obviously a magnitude of destination excitement and activities. I mean, we have obviously our big 5 game reserves, which are only 5 to 6 hours away from the Gauteng areas, in contrary to the Limpopo tourism areas. We also have a great coastline of activities in terms of not only the beaches, but in terms of hikes, natural resources, mountains, the Berg. We're finding that this year that the mountains in the Drakensberg area are at 100% occupancy and only 2 hours of traveling distance from your major city centers in Gauteng and the Free State. We also find that we have diversified and opened our natural resources in the KZN belt, and you'll see that there's a lot of activity in the southern part of KZN where people are utilizing new tourism destinations which weren't normally your traditional tourism hotspots in the previous years.
Right, now some tips for people who are planning on embarking on a journey to Durban?
Well, I think the tips is that there are a whole lot of phenomenal specials available for people to come down here. The pandemic and obviously the beach closures have caused a lot of last-minute special accommodation activities and deals available. So if you visit those and have a look at those, you'll be able to get a good overview of what's available at a very reasonable rate. And at the same time as visit your the local tourism authority website to see which beaches and which areas have been closed and which have been open. And those we hope will be open in full by the new year. And be able to work out how to, from a public health perspective, also just to see what you can do to be safe and to enjoy our facilities and our services to the best of your ability and to those of the lifesavers and all the other people involved in the ecosystem of our beaches.
Duncan Heafield is Umhlanga Tourism Authority Chairperson. Thank you very much for your time there.